If you're only here to cause drama, come sit next to me.
If you're looking for the bare necessities, you found them. Hello!
I'm Hunter Harden.
And I'm Papa the Bear. And welcome to the Real Housebears.
Triple, 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 triple. Podcast.
We might need to like a little. Wow, what a sound bath.
This is not going to be relaxing for me.
That was an incredible sound bath.
I just didn't bring my wind chimes. I'm really sorry. Here, hold on. Wind chime, wind chime, wind chime. Wind chime, wind chime, wind chime. Sounds and wind chimes.
What in the world is he doing? What kind of props is he? A knife and a bowl? What is happening here?
Though that was my audio bath
This is special. This is really, really, really special.
that I needed to give everyone. Does everyone feel
Meditative.
cleansed?
Yes.
Auras, chakras, realigned and cleansed.
And the third eye is focused.
That third eye's asleep.
Oh,
No,
is it asleep?
that's asleep. This is in a sleep bath right now.
Oh, well, Kathy would be that certainly.
Kathy's third eye was shut down.
You know, we have two very different episodes to recap this week. Like one final episode that was a lot more seriousness and intensity and drama, and then finally the fun episode that we've needed in a really long time.
Yeah, I've been kind of burnt out on Beverly Hills, and I don't know if it's because Salt Lake City's on right now and I'm like so on fire for it, but honestly, like a lot of the drama on it has just been run down and I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah, we could have cut out maybe 2 episodes of, I'm tired of talking about Erica, really. That's what it is. I'm tired of talking about Erica.
I don't know why you guys devalue me so much.
They didn't need to split the Dinner from Hell into 2 parts. They should have made that one episode.
Yeah.
At the least.
But we're so hashtag blessed though, that this really has been an epic season of Beverly Hills. Like, I'm not complaining that we got to recap the best season they've had in years and years and years and years, but they should have, again, cut it maybe down 2 episodes.
Or at least just give Kathy one whole episode
Right.
to herself.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
There you
Like,
go.
if you did that to split it up, we needed something in the middle of it.
Totally support that. And now we get announced, they just announced a 4-part reunion.
Yeah.
That's epic.
I don't know.
again,
I guess that just means there's a lot that is going to come up in this
I just
finale.
really hope it's not 3 episodes of talking about Erica.
I honestly can't hear about Dorit and Garcelle anymore.
What?
Yeah, no more Erica, but I hear that Dorit and Garcelle and Rinna and Garcelle are a big part of the reunion.
Okay. I know Lisa's going to be a big part of the reunion because she has to be.
Right, and she didn't make too many waves this season, so she's got one last chance to Rinna
really
it out.
stick it in, yeah.
Bitch, please.
But since we do have 2, and I thought they were great episodes. I really do. I thought these were 2 fantastic episodes that could have just come in like an episode or 2 earlier.
I'm glad that we're doing 2 episodes right now because honestly, it would be such a short episode if we were just covering one at a time because we've gone over a lot of this multiple times, and I think our viewers are even like, okay, no, we've just watched like an extra episode of this drama. We don't need to hear about it again.
But you know what we did need to have, especially episode 18, Del Mar by the Shade, just to learn about putting your phone in a high heel when you're FaceTiming with someone and you're busy.
This is so extra.
I wasn't really, and you need a really big heel.
That's like a real Housewives hack right there. You know, that's a Housewives hack.
I'm sure that people are going to start selling phone chargers that are going to be in high
I bet
heels.
they already exist. If they don't, they need to.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clever.
You know, if nothing came of episode 18, we at least got the housewife hack.
Yes.
My dog does this.
So we start off episode 18. We're not at the Del Mar yet, but there's plenty of shade. But we're starting off at Kyle's house. And is it weird that I recognize their houses? Is it because like you showed me as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that's Kyle Richards' house.
Yeah.
Even Meredith Marks' brand new house, I already recognize her house. Like I should start Housewives doing like Housewives tours.
You need to do like tic-tac-toe Housewives' homes kind of thing.
Oh, fun.
And questions like,
I
whose
love
home
that.
is this? Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Sign me up. I'm in.
I love that.
I love that.
Wrong city. The dog, the German Shepherd, is not... Why do dogs know what a suitcase means?
Dogs do. Cats are so excited about suitcases because, for one, they get to lay in the nice folded clothes that are in it, leave their hair all over it, plus they know that their owner's going to be gone soon.
Kitty cats lick your tongue?
True.
But dogs, they're like, no,
don't leave me.
you're leaving me
You're
forever.
never
This is it. This is it.
Crystal pecks like you do.
I'm like a freak show.
Crystal's like, I just throw everything that I own in a suitcase, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to wear when I get there.
Because my moods and weather change very quickly.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm like writing down, okay, on Monday, I'm going to wear these short shorts with this tank top, and on Tuesday, I'm going to wear these short shorts with this tank top.
That's anarchy right there.
That's OCD, maybe.
Kyle is ADHDGHIJK. Yeah.
But Kathy has planned a girls' trip. It's Kathy's first, girls' trip that she has planned.
Because I planned the trip, if things go south, then I'm going to be...
Yes.
So that's exciting. And then Kyle and Crystal talk about how Erica and Sutton kind of ignored each other at Dorit's last night, but they're not going to be able to do that on this vacation. But again, propping up the phone in a shoe was brilliant. We can all learn a lesson from Kyle Richards.
You know, whoever said that's probably a loser. So.
And then moving over to Kathy's, she's having a full-on conversation with the dog.
Yes.
Well, real talk. Like, I really like this blouse. Do you think I should pack this blouse, dog?
Oh, yeah, I totally think you're right, dog.
It was so funny. And then, why would Kathy... It's weird that Kathy would FaceTime Dorit to me. She had to be prompted.
I know that it was prompted because, for one, she had to find her phone first to call Dorit. So the producer's like, we need you to call Dorit. She's like, oh, well, I don't even know where my phone is.
Where's my phone? What do you do with it? Oh, here it is. Okay.
Right?
So,
and you can tell throughout the season that Kathy loves to talk about how pretty Dorit is, but she can tell that she doesn't like getting stuck in a conversation with Dorit.
I mean, she's like, I'm just going to dig through my bag, my never-ending bag, and look for something in it while you're talking to me.
Yeah, she's
and Dorit's like, okay, great. 2 hours later.
I can only imagine how long Dorit's story was.
I mean, I can't.
Well, I can. You know what? We've had 2 full episodes of Dorit talking about Garcelle, so I bet you that conversation was like 2 episodes long.
Oh, 100%.
God, will you shut up?
She just recapped everything that's been said. But Kathy, she doesn't even try to pretend like she's paying attention.
I know, I love her so much.
So they're all going to meet at Kyle's to caravan on this trip. I don't know why they didn't all just ride together. Probably because they had too much luggage.
100% too much luggage.
How do you feel about all of the neon in Kyle's house?
This is gorgeous.
I think it's very Kyle.
Okay.
I like it. I like Kyle as kind of like an 80s babe.
I'm like... There was a moment when I liked it, but now I feel like it's even grown more, and I'm like, I don't know if I like this so much.
Well, throw a laser tag in there and it'll all look normal.
Right?
So fun!
Sutton arrives with a very badly sprained ankle, but she only cares about getting back to her 250 and growing pairs of shoes.
I mean, that would be a huge motivation for me.
That looks like more than Jen Shaw's most recent
I bet.
closet. That's insane.
And probably way more pricier.
Well, Sutton owns money. Sutton is money.
Sutton owns money.
That's money, honey, right there. That's money.
Crystal arrives, then Kathy arrives, and then Erica, the smartest one of the group.
Erica's so brilliant.
She brought her dog.
Yes,
It was
Tiago
very
to the
smart.
rescue.
Yeah, it was very smart. But you know what? When she's talking about, like, nobody knows what's, like, how she's feeling or what she's going through in her life, but her dog is, like, a sense of safety for her and stuff. And that's
Yeah.
100% true.
100%.
Only dogs can heal you the way an animal could.
Absolutely.
Even when you don't think you need to be healed by an animal, a dog will come around and you'll be like,
They know.
oh, I needed that.
Yeah, absolutely. By I love Erica just literally walks in. Hey, y'all, I got my dog. I'll see you there.
I'm going to leave right
back.
now. Bye.
Yeah, she doesn't spend a moment in the house. Was sitting there.
Luckily, she leaves early because the chaos that ensues after that, trying to get out of there.
Well, and first of all, I'm surprised you didn't remark about another house where the dogs are trying to get out the front door.
I didn't think it was that bad. I don't think they were.
Yeah, I understand.
But no, I heard her say, "Don't let my dogs out." But it was basically because the door was wide open and nobody was there.
Right.
That's why. It wasn't the dog trying to get out. And plus, they have a fenced yard in the front.
True. Kathy can't find her purse
Kyle, I need to find that purse.
because the purse is still back at the house.
She can tell you what it looks like and the colors of it, but she has no clue where she put it.
How did she get all the way to Kyle's and not know that she didn't have her phone with her?
It's probably because she had to drive herself, and she's not used to driving at all.
But
how does she not use her GPS to get around? Like, does she know?
Well, she probably has GPS in like the console.
In the
of her
console,
vehicle.
yeah. Okay.
But I would know if I didn't have my phone shortly after I left my driveway, I think. But again,
I hope so.
Kathy Hilton doesn't notice.
Kathy's in her own fantasy world all the time.
She's a lot of work.
Kyle decides that someone from Kathy's home, staff, what have you, is going to have to meet them at Sunset in the 404 to drop off Kathy's bag.
And the woman, she's not the woman of the house. She's the lady of the house.
Who do I ask for if I call the house? The lady? Who's the lady that works at my house? Kathy.
She's all, call that lady. Well, what lady? The lady that runs my house. Duh.
So, when Ramona does something like that, it's terribly offensive. Because you can tell that Ramona just literally took no effort to get to know the help.
Yeah.
When Kathy Hilton does this, I know it's a complete double standard, but you don't get that same sense of she's a horrible, awful, heartless person. You get that sense of, well, for one thing, maybe it's a new person on the staff. Or maybe the staff is just so big that it's a faceless human who sits at the front of the estate and answers the phone.
Well, personally, I honestly think it's like that, the latter, because she probably has a bunch of staff that are specific for certain parts of the house.
Yeah.
Responsible for certain things in the house, too.
Yeah, it's that lady who
far-fetched.
literally sits in that cubicle that is there to answer the house phone and do whatever happens on the house phone.
Yeah,
all day.
like you have no clue
I've never
what kind of
seen her.
staff she has.
She might not even realize it's a real person at sometimes.
I did a background check on everybody here, so there's nothing I don't know.
And not in a mean way. It's just
Yes,
Kathy.
yeah.
Kathy thinks it's an automated person on the other
Yeah,
line.
I mean, again, it is a total double
but
standard.
I wrote that too. I'm sorry. This coming from anyone else than Kathy would sound so offensive.
Yeah. But luckily, the lady reaches them at Sunset in the 405.
Bravo Potes, the lady, as her name. They don't show her at all. They don't even show her hand.
She's like, thank you, and it says, the
lady.
lady. You're welcome.
And I love it how she's like, no, put it in Mrs. Hilton's car. Mrs. Hilton's car.
And see, the lady doesn't know who Mrs. Hilton looks like. So, I mean, it really isn't all that bad. They don't know.
She's seen oil paintings of her in the castle, but she hasn't physically seen
She's like,
Kathy.
when they let me out of the West Wing, I see pictures of Kathy Hilton.
But I'm not allowed to go any further past that wing, or else Patrick will find me.
I wouldn't dare go in the library.
What is it, the camel with the, what is it? The toe with the camel's back?
There's the straw that breaks.
The straw that breaks the camel's back.
So after all that rigmarole, they arrived to the Fairmont Grand Del Mar, and I immediately was like, oh, this has to be a Hilton
The
hotel.
Fairmont and Grand Del Mar.
Oh, yeah, it's very
Oh my God, you get off the 404, and you just take Reno Del Mar all the way down there, and then get off at the 2-2.
Get back on San Vicente, take it to the 10, then switch over to the 405 North and let it dump you out into Mulholland where you belong.
But I was certain that this was a Hilton hotel, so I immediately got on the internet. I was like,
Search.
Let's check their website, because certainly, why would she pay a fortune to go to a non-Hilton establishment? But I went to their website. Now, granted, I didn't spend
But normally when you see, if you scroll all the way down the bottom, it says like Hilton part, like whatever chain it's a part of, and it shows every part.
There was no reference of a Hilton hotel on their website, but there were references to other things. So
So
she
Kathy
literally did
Hilton's
pay
like,
for this.
oh no, I can get Hilton, but I could also get this too.
They don't make Hiltons as nice as
Yeah. She's all flexing her muscles with different hotels, like the best of the best.
But you know you're at the right hotel when you check in, and they're like, would you like a tennis ball for your dog? Here, I have one right here.
I know, I was wondering if they planned that because they knew a dog was coming and they're going to be on TV.
That's money.
That is a lot of money.
That's
honestly.
money. Well, I mean, clearly someone had to call ahead to make sure it's okay to have dogs there.
It did look like they had multiple tennis balls in there.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool.
But what another flex is on this hotel, oh my God, I love it when hotels have fireplaces. I'm like, wait, they have fireplaces in hotels?
Oh, absolutely.
Like real ones, not pictures of them on the TV?
Right.
Like, I've never heard of that before. And the fact that she says she loves it when they do, meaning that she's been in multiple hotels that have fireplaces.
Was there not a fire? There was a fireplace in that one hotel we got in Park City during the pandemic, that first one that we stayed at.
It was real, huh?
See, we've done that. We're fancy.
Oh my God.
We're fancy.
Miss Hilton, get out of the way.
It's always good to laugh.
Now, Sutton, she appears to be next. Her foot's giving her a lot of trouble, but her pedicure looks beautiful, I will say that.
I mean, if I was going to be on TV, my toes would be done.
Right? Speaking of, I need to go make a pedicure appointment. Kathy and Kyle's suite is just gorgeous.
Expected nothing less, Miss Hilton. Nothing less.
But there was a true little sister moment. When they first pick out their suites, and Kathy's like, I'm going to pick out their room. Kathy's like, I'm going to pick out this one because I have a lot of stuff, and it'll be a lot of room
I have
for
more makeup stuff. I need this.
And then she realizes there's not a closet, and Kyle, who's just sitting there chilling, and is like, runs to her room. Like, I can't.
I'm already unpacking. I'm unpacking.
What?
She's like making a lot of noise. Like, oh my God, I'm unpacked so loud unpacking things.
I can't hear you. I was like, that's such a little sister thing right there. It was kind of cute to me, actually. Apparently, during the commercial break, Sutton went to the hospital.
Yes.
And Kyle's not too mad about it. She's like, I hope Sutton's okay, but give me some more time before Erica and Sutton have to deal with each other, so I'll take it.
When I was shaking my iPad, I deleted my notes. Now I'm on the...
You don't even know where you are. You don't even know what city you're in.
Well, now I know I accidentally deleted. This is the second page.
Notes.
This is my page from the second one. So I accidentally deleted it when I picked it up. I must have hit the delete button.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to wing this part.
Are you out of your mind?
And then
Work.
next one I'll be better. I won't shake it.
Well, Erica and Dorit come up to Kyle and Kathy's suite, and they're like, I should have expected nothing less than this type of Hilton experience. Dorit wants to be Kathy Hilton so bad she can't take it.
And Kathy Hilton could snap at Dorit, and Dorit will take it.
I bet you Dorit cries every time she gets off the phone with Kathy.
This is not my first rodeo.
The ladies are going to meet Rena and Crystal for a pop-up picnic.
Pop-up picnic.
Are you ready for the pop-up picnic?
On the beach.
Ooh, with sea lions.
At La Jolla Cove. That's what it's called.
I know, California's so fun.
But they have a beautiful setup. But I love that even for this picnic, Kathy had seating arrangements.
I know. Well, no, it's not far-fetched. I mean,
no,
it's for everything.
It makes sense.
I wish I would have seen the name cards because I'm fascinated by name tags now.
They do show just a glimpse of it before they...
Is it just paper folded?
Because Kathy has them in her room, I think. Or maybe it's another dinner that I'm thinking of. But I think we do get to see them.
I would love to collect someone from every single season.
I need
like
some
a name
fancy
tag.
people to invite me over for dinner and place me somewhere so I can take it.
Oh, I just want the name tag. I won't even eat.
Yeah, I don't have to. Just invite me. I will drink.
Thank you for the name tag.
But I will be drinking. Sorry.
Yeah. Open bar what?
Who's ready for drinking?
Who is ready?
Kathy thinks the sea lions are like dinosaurs.
First of all, Kathy runs out onto the beach and immediately starts chasing seagulls. Just like a dog would. She just needs to.
She and Sue are one.
Sue is channeling herself through Kathy
Sue's
right
like,
now.
Kathy, run. Sue's like, Kathy, run after that.
Kathy, through the ether. Run now.
Until two sea lions start copulating, and that's when she's like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
These sea lions need to go get a room.
These dinosaurs are having sex. I can't handle it.
These dinosaurs girls are having sex. Sutton calls them. She has to get on crutches. She cannot put any pressure on her foot, and Erica couldn't care less.
Couldn't be happier.
They're like, oh, Sutton's calling, and Erica's like immediately rolling her eyes.
They're like, sorry, Erica, Sutton's calling. It's like, really? You need to say sorry for that?
And then Dorit's like, so Erica, how do you feel?
I know, like everybody keeps having to ask this question throughout these next 2 episodes.
But Erica boils it down to, if you call me a liar, I'm done with you. That's it. And Sutton literally did say, Erica lied. This is the point where you lied. Here's the point where you lied.
Yeah, and the whole thing was all about the ankle. Yeah. Because she misconstrued
Dorit was right.
I know.
Dorit was right. They took him into the hospital and they went to
have surgery on the foot. And she said no.
And everyone gave Dorit such a hard time about that, and Dorit was completely right. I thought that was hysterical.
Hi.
But Erica tries to clear up the car accident situation again, and I'm still just as confused as I was before.
But she says allegedly that he got a head injury. So I'm like, so if he allegedly got a brain injury and then the doctors called you, said he was unconscious for however many hours,
12.
And you said no to surgery because you cannot have surgery or go under anesthesia
after a TBI.
She used the technical term of a traumatic brain injury. It's fascinating.
So there is no allegedly there.
So I don't understand this.
Exactly.
I think y'all allegedly drank the Kool-Aid because you're not even looking at the facts.
Now, it's very frustrating. And for all these women, they have to sit there and keep their mouth shut, and they all go, wait, Although Kyle, she sure is mouthy in her confessionals and will ask certain questions and say a lot of questions, but when she's in front of Erica, she won't say a single word about it.
Oh, well, that's all going to come up at the reunion.
Oh, that's why it's going to be a 4-part.
Come up in the reunion. Tom is in a competency hearing today. Erica's not involved, but she was the first person to say after Tom's accident that that's when he started losing his mind.
And she said that the doctors and nurses waved her away, saying that it wasn't a big deal or anything. It's fascinating to me that all of these doctors and all of these professionals don't know the basics of being a doctor, but Erica somehow knows more than these doctors know.
You know, I'm the best one in this group.
So how funny is this? At the beginning of the season, we're like, we trust Erica. She was confused about all of this. There's no way. And now we're like, Erica, nothing that you say makes sense anymore, and I'm tired of hearing it.
Girl's tripping. Man.
Girl is dripping.
Why are you speaking to me? I have nothing to say to you.
Garza finally arrives back at the hotel while the ladies are still on the beach, and she got one of the nicest suites, and she's like, but is my suite nicer? Did the other girls get suites too?
Are they just nicer? Like in rooms?
It was real cute and tongue-in-cheek, but it was a long way back to the suite.
And she is completely right saying, this is how a horror movie starts.
The black people are always the first to get killed. I'm out of here. No way.
This is we're staying in The Shining.
In The Shining, like that was.
And knowing Kathy Hilton, anything could be possible.
But let me tell you, if I see 2 little twins staring at me, I am out of here.
I need to be in Sutton's wheelchair for this trial, you guys.
I almost did too. Wow.
I'll just put Sutton on my lap. I would crush her if I sat on her lap. But she comes in on a wheelchair. She has to stay completely off her feet for a full week. Mm-hmm. Garcelle's like, would you like some champagne? And Sutton's like, yeah, or vodka.
Or both.
She's not. I'm certain she's pumped full of pain pills. She has to be. She keeps talking about Motrin. I'm like, you did not go to the hospital and they gave you Motrin for a black and blue ankle. But Sutton isn't sure if, she knows that the door with Erica is closed. She's not sure she wants to knock on the door. She's not sure she wants to leave the door alone. And Garza's like, maybe you just need to leave that door alone.
Do I respect that? Or do I knock on the door?
Girl, I don't know if you want to knock on the door.
I don't really want to knock on the door.
And trust me, girl, watching the next episode, that door is going to change colors. It's going to change so much.
It is the door of many colors.
It's going to turn into a slider.
A cave or something. Did you see in Sutton's confessional, she has these really cool ruby earrings that are like a spider?
I couldn't tell if they're spiders or not.
Or a scorpion
But you know what? It works. Like, she's wearing all red. It's
and
gorgeous.
They were hardcore, real, like, clean rubies, diamonds.
Yeah.
Worth billions of dollars. The women's are getting gland.
Those women's.
Those women's are getting gland. Kathy's still napping.
Yes.
Reservations are at 8 o'clock.
And what time is it right now when they said that when are the reservations and when should we get ready?
8:12.
8:12.
It was
okay.
8:12. They arrived all the other ladies arrived at dinner, and they're all wearing black except for Erica, who's wearing white.
Yes, pure white. But thankfully, Kathy comes out in all pink.
An hour later.
An hour later, yes.
Dorit needs to quit wearing those Baby Spice pigtails.
I know,
I'm
I
not
don't
into it.
like
I'm not into it.
I don't like
It's not as glamorous as you are, or at least pretend to be, Dorit.
Yeah, that's not great.
So it's 8:53 now. And Kyle and Kathy are still running around their room like maniacs.
It's giving me so much anxiety trying to, like, watching them, because Kathy is running late, but she's not in any rush at all, but still rushing, and Kathy's on pure panic mode because Kyle has to, take care of Kathy's things and her things,
well,
too.
Well, Kathy's ready to walk out of the room in her hair curler still, and without her hair polish.
What am I going to do, Kyle?
Did you catch that?
She needs her hair polish. And they're like, what's hair polish? Like hairspray or something.
Hairspray,
something
yeah.
to put in my hair. Hair polish. Kathy.
But yeah, Kyle's in a complete panic.
How is Kathy supposed to remember anybody's names when she can't even remember anything in this life?
Right? To take her hair curlers out before she leaves. So once they finally the women are calling and texting like panicked that there's something wrong.
Yeah.
They finally get there and Kathy's like,
happened.
Yeah, what? You guys were waiting? I didn't realize.
Oh,
okay.
I mean, I'm just an hour late.
But Kathy, Rinna asks, how is everyone today? And we get, I'm a relaxed and I'm a happy.
Fearful.
I wasn't running right.
I'm relaxed.
I'm happy.
I'm fearful.
I am anxious.
Okay.
I'm fearful because my life is tragic right now. Did you guys forget?
So that makes Kathy anxious because she can tell that there are still lingering issues.
Kathy wants this dinner to go without a flaw. And I'm like, Kathy, have you seen any of the dinners of all these housewives? I'm very nervous for you.
So Sutton immediately cops up. She's like, listen, I know there's issues between me and Erica. I called a meeting without Erica. I understand
where the lie came from.
And then Erica just stops her. Don't call me a liar.
I don't even know why you're talking to me right now.
Yeah, and it's just hateful and mean. And
yeah.
But you know what?
Sutton
does fight back, though.
Sutton's like, okay, small town girl.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Small Town.
Small town, that's you, honey.
Girl.
Small-minded.
You're
what? Girl, what?
okay.
Girl, what?
Call me small-minded.
Small-minded.
She doesn't care. She cares.
Well, she's over it.
Yeah.
She's over Erica's shitty attitude.
We all are. And, I get that Erica is in the worst place imaginable.
Yes.
And I get that some people have to lash out. That's just the way they react.
At some point, if they could find a bone to grab onto, they're not going to let go of it.
Pray to Jesus every day. Think he'd throw me a bone. I just need a bone,
And Sutton just gave her an easy open.
Easy.
So, but it's not right. It's not right.
It's bullying.
Absolutely.
It's like a bully.
Kathy wants Erica to maybe understand that Erica wasn't coming from a bad place, and Erica's just not interested. Erica's just
God
like,
bless you, Kathy.
Can we please quit trying to put energy into this?
Yeah.
It's unnecessary. I'm not going to budge. You
And
all
it's
should know
dumb.
that by now. And if you guys won't talk about it, neither will I.
All right, I'm not giving this any more energy because it doesn't really need it. This is dumb.
So Dorit tries to insert herself and be a mediator, but no one wants to hear Dorit talk.
Everyone's like, we don't need any of this
Dorit's
nonsense.
like, I'm trying to help you, Sutton, and sounds like there's nothing that you can say to help me. I don't need your help.
I don't need your help.
Because you just talk too much anyway, and you're just going to talk in circles.
And now here comes Garcelle.
Yeah, Rinna's like, now let's bring it over to Garcelle's drama about not being part of the group.
Yeah.
And Rinna's like, listen, we've thrown you a birthday party. We've done this, we've done that. You didn't even remember it was Kyle's birthday. Mm-hmm. So maybe we're giving the investment and you're not.
Yeah.
And everyone at the table at some point does say, but Garcelle, you do fit in. Like, we do like you.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling like you fit in, then this is something that you're maybe imposing on yourself because there's not someone at this table who isn't glad that you're here.
Yeah.
And I understand. I see both sides.
Yeah, I can see both sides.
And Garcelle really gives a beautiful moment that I think all of us viewers who have known Garcelle since last season have been waiting for a moment of vulnerability, a moment to just let herself go and let down the walls and try to let these women understand where her insecurity might come from. And I thought it was a beautiful moment.
Yeah, I felt like it was the best way to say it, and her crying about it made it seem not very much of attack towards the ladies. So like, you did this to me. It's more of, this is just how I'm feeling, and isn't that valid?
Yeah. I also like that she says, this is not about race, because you don't treat me like the only black girl.
No.
But the fact is, I am the only black girl, so therefore I am different from all of y'all, whether any of us like it or not. And no matter how you treat me, I'm still different. And so I'm
still
sensitive.
dealing with those scars from the past.
Yeah, so I'm sensitive about these things. So when you OGs go hang out and talk by yourselves, even though you've been friends for much longer, it makes me feel left out.
It gets in my head.
So I think...
But all the women are just like, you need to put in the same effort as us because we do love you.
Yeah.
We care about you.
But I thought it was a good moment for them all.
Good.
For them all. It's 11:30. They have a big agenda tomorrow, and the women are like, ooh, I'm exhausted.
Oh, it's been a long day.
And Kathy's like, oh, but...
we have coffee and tea
if you
up in our place.
To me, that would mean a cocktail.
Let's come and hang out.
This is where I'm Kathy Hilton. She's like, I got this badass suite for y'all to come and hang out, for us to have like a party pad, and y'all are chumping out.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
But you know what? I didn't get a nap today like Kathy Hilton did.
Well, and plus Kathy Hilton sleeps in every morning, but I bet you she stayed up all night whether the women were there or not. Oh, she either made Kyle stay up or she stayed up by herself drinking Red Bull and reading the newspaper.
She's probably like, I'm staying up because I found this great new like sparkling water. It's called Red Bull. It's like the most amazing thing ever. It tastes so good. And you know what? It just gives me so much energy.
If it was me, I'd be like, it's 11:30. Kathy Hilton is inviting me to my suite. Hopefully that means cocktails, not coffee and tea. Let's go! Right?
But if I was already on the cast and I was one of the ladies, I'd be like, no, I'm done. I'm in bed. I've been sitting at this table for 5 hours.
True. Well, the next morning, Garcelle is Sutton's personal nurse because they're bunking next door to each other. And then the women all go downstairs for a sound bath.
Here comes that sound bath.
I didn't know what they meant the night before when they were mentioning a sound bath, but this makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Perfect sense.
I thought there was like, you sit in a water while like people around you scream into the water.
I thought it might be something like a bath while there's just like Enya playing. Enya and chimes, you know? But Kathy found out about this at Kim Kardashian's baby shower.
Yes.
Get it, girl.
It's very cleansing.
You know, I don't remember that part of Kim's shower. Maybe it was for the other kid that I was at.
Never watched a single
episode. I know, and I've never been to a Kim Kardashian baby shower.
Oh, I think you have been. You're that famous.
But you know what? I would sleep so hard in this sound bath.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's like meant to make you fall asleep. There's pillows.
And it worked out for Kathy because she was on her side and like drooling.
Oh, she had her pillow. She had blankets all curled up and stuff. She's like, that was so cleansing.
And then at the end of it, Rinna fills Dorit and Kyle in on that the night before a Page 6 article came out talking about Tom Girardi's brother getting a conservatorship over Tom and is likely being admitted into a mental institution for people with dementia and other types of disorders. And so that's obviously why Erica's not down there at the sound bath today.
Yeah.
And that is devastating. And then, you know, Erica had a grandmother who had dementia and was put in a home. So this has really upset her.
Yeah, so this is like really, really intense and personal for her because she has seen firsthand like what it's like in those nursing homes, because once you go into those nursing homes, they're not there to treat you, they're there to stabilize you. And so it's only downhill from there because you're just going to become a walking paranoid dementia patient that is high on drugs to keep you docile.
Yeah.
And Erica Tom actually paid for her to have a home and a caretaker and wants that to happen for him.
And Erica still cares about Tom.
If you've been around somebody for 20 years.
And she's like, where is his family? Where are his kids? Where are the people who are competent to take care of him right now?
Yeah,
where
are they? Nobody's helping him. Why are they putting him in a home?
And then Erica brings up the story about the burglary and Tom's surgery as a result on his eye. Supposedly like a cataract exploded or some crazy stuff. But according to the internet, None of that really happened.
Really?
According to the internet, Tom did not confront a burglar.
What is happening?
I don't know. I mean, again, I didn't do a deep dive. I didn't look at anything. But according to many a post I've seen.
You read the headline. That's all that you can do.
So, right?
I mean,
if Kyle Richards can't read an article in the LA Times,
how are they going to expect a real
how am
house
I
bear
going to read a page?
How are they going to ask a real bear to read something?
Right?
You read headlines. That's it.
Well, you know what? Let's take a break. I'll check out Bear News and see if there's anything in there.
Oh, the Bear News. All it is about fish and dumpsters.
Hey, not all bears eat fish. We'll be right back.
Bye.
I'm hungry.
And we are back.
And we are now overpoured, but we're not overboard.
Yes. I'll give you a good C for that one.
Well,
And I'm not apologizing.
well, we did refill our cocktails during the break.
Okay.
And I'm not bored, especially with this upcoming episode.
This next episode is actually
Finally,
pretty good.
it's like the fun episode.
I needed something that
I
was fun.
laughed. I cried. Tears of joy.
Calm down. Take a breath.
Hold it in.
The ladies are going to Temecula. I like that. Temecula for a wine tasting.
Temecula.
I haven't tried Temecula wines before, but let's explore.
Erica is not coming, and Dorita's coming after her personal IG photo shoot.
Yes.
Sutton is on a four-wheeler, practically, and Jared is taking them on a cable car wine tour.
Hey, Jared.
I wish we had a cable car bourbon tour for our Bourbon Trail trip coming up.
Yes, y'all. We are going to do the Bourbon Trail mid-October.
Real Housebears are going to be in Cincinnati and Kentucky coming up in about 2 weeks.
Oh, help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus.
Kathy is kind of particular about her wine. She knows what she doesn't like.
She's never had this Temecula wine.
And Kathy asked Jared if they do the 5 S's with these wines.
I'm like, what's the 5 S's?
Do you do the 5 S's with this?
What's the 5 S's?
Smell? No, not with a sparkling.
Kathy, what are the 5 S's?
Wait, what is it? Sniff, sip, swirl. Wait, swirl.
Well, that's not the right order.
Sip. What is it? The 5 S's are see, sniff, swirl, and sip.
Then there's one more.
Savor?
No, savior's not in it. No. And swallow.
See, sniff, swirl, sip, not savoring, it's swallowing. I do both.
Absolutely. They take the
But I don't drink wine.
I am into a little kinky stuff, but that's not one of them.
They take the cable car to Fazoli's Cellars. I wish it was Fazoli's Cellars.
Oh my gosh, you love a Fazoli.
And-
Fazoli's.
Yes, and these women are 5S'ing all over the place.
I mean, mostly swallowing.
Right, true, especially Kyle.
Oh my gosh.
But these women are they're swirling, they're sizzling, they are just going at it.
Right away, I'm just like, please get these women some food in them, because I'm sure they haven't eaten yet.
Oh gosh, no. And then to the Avansol Winery. Garcelle's like, I want a dating life like a winery. Just line
I just
them
want
up.
to sip and taste some.
Yes.
If I don't like it, I could spit them into this bucket.
Girl, then when I'm single, that's how I do date. Ow.
Not very ladylike for a Southern girl.
Dorit, of course, brings it back to Erica and Tom.
Of course. Let's do this.
But she and Kyle fill them in on Tom's conservativeship and the possible admittance into a home, and Tom being home during the burglary. And this is the first time I hear about the exploded cataract.
Yeah, it's just...
And then the son's car crash in the snow.
5
and
flips.
Everyone is like...
Everyone's like
What?
these stories. Like, what's going on? Now everyone's having issues again with these stories.
The funny thing is, like, when Erica is telling these stories, she probably thinks, oh, they're hearing woe is me.
Mm-hmm.
But when everyone else is telling the stories, like, what is this craziness?
What is happening?
It seems phony. It all seems phony to me.
Sutton wants to know how Erica is getting her information, because if Erica, I want to know that too. If Erica's not talking to Tom, who's she talking to find all this stuff out?
Yeah.
But Sutton's going to let Scooby and Scooby's friend figure it out.
I would too. I mean, I would not, if I was Sutton, I would not ask a single word, question about anything.
Because someone else will tell on you if you do.
Yeah, seriously.
Now, Crystal's drunk on wine, and so she's starting to be reminded of her dad's dementia situation.
And it's the same issue with caretakers.
Yeah, Rob took care of Crystal's dad like Tom took care of Erica's grandmother, and Crystal is really identifying with this situation. And we get, Crystal's been kind of quiet the last few episodes.
Yeah, she has.
So we get a lot more Crystal. I mean, later she humps Garcelle. So
yeah, I love that.
Get it, Crystal.
And of course, Kathy has to interrupt this meaningful, sad point in this conversation because she needs to go get a massage. She's got some neck issues and a migraine. Girl, I've got migraines, so I get that. And plus, I get migraines. If I even have a small sip of red wine, instantly I'll have a migraine.
Yeah, yeah. But that's also the luxury of being a friend of instead of a full-time cast member, you know? And that's the luxury of being a Hilton.
And you know what else?
Even if she was a full-time, she'd probably be like, no, I'm going to go get a massage.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You could sit there and film me getting a massage, but I'm going to do this. Right. And of course, we get to learn more of the grand life of Kathy Hilton. She says she's been getting a lot of migraines since she was shooting a Barbie commercial and she was hit in the head by a golf ball real hard.
Isn't that how you got your migraines?
I freaking wish.
You were shooting a He-Man commercial and Skeletor hit you with a sword.
Like, I was in Ninja Turtles and stuff, and like Michelangelo's like nunchucks hit me in the back of the head really hard, but then I got migraines, but it's fine.
Yes.
I'm totally taken care of for the rest of my life.
What are you, Kathy Hilton? Blimey.
Kyle, we always hear that off camera in particular, like she's the comedian. And I love it when Kyle gets drunk and wants to start doing imitations. She does her best Erica. Sutton does her best Erica too, which just means cussing.
I love how she makes fun of Sutton's walk.
Yes. I mean, Kyle doing like Teddy Mellencamp's walk.
Oh my gosh.
And they're best friends,
Yes.
It's hysterical.
I make fun of your walk all the time because there's so much weight in the front. Right there, like, I don't mean the belly, y'all. I mean that weekend D. He's got to like bounce it from one thigh to the next to try to like throw his legs for it. So he's got to like, it's like so much for him to walk. And it's so funny because all of his other brothers walk the same way.
I was like, hopefully he'll just shut up about it.
That weekend D.
I want like a piece of meat.
Okay. Back at the hotel, Carla's wearing this beautiful, like, leather-looking suit. Shut up.
I just love making you blush. You get so embarrassed.
How do you respond to that without being like, yeah, I'm proud?
You do it every day whenever the camera's not rolling. You're like, yeah, I got a Pringles D.
Oh my gosh. Moving on. Let's talk about Kyle's suit. Did you like Kyle's suit?
You cannot rationalize with irrational people.
You don't even know about Kyle's suit.
I didn't write anything down about it.
She's wearing like this brown leather suit, and it's sexy and beautiful.
Hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kathy is not feeling well, so she's staying in bed. Kyle and Dorit fill Sutton in on the picnic, the head trauma, the allegedly unconsciousness of it all. And listen, Sutton, she wants to know the details. She wants to ask the questions.
I do too. I need to know, like, girl, this is so back and forth. It's like pong or tennis or something. It's just too much.
I love on their way down to, so Colin, Dorit, and Sutton are in the room together. And then on their way down, Dorit's like, Kyle, I'm not going to let you ruin that beautiful outfit with that jacket.
Yeah.
I was like, ouch, you better.
Ouch.
I died, though.
Can't go to jail for that, can you?
Erica comes down in her latex, and this is when even Rena's like, she's in her latex, it's going to be a good day.
It's a good day, yeah, because she hasn't worn her latex in a long time.
Listen, when you're in your latex, I know I want to have a good day.
Oh, my gosh. Can we not bring me up? Thank you, you're embarrassing me.
You're so angry.
Oh, God. But Dorit looks like she's wearing pajamas.
She does.
She literally looks like she's wearing child's onesies. I'm like, and then she took those Baby Spice pigtails and just tied them in knots.
I can't.
Dorit, I'm very disappointed in you. I would rather you be wearing one of your wedding gowns to this dinner than your freaking onesie.
Looks like you're not going to get any more hugs and kisses.
I really thought that she was going to change. Like when she was in Kyle's suite, I was like, certainly she's going to change out of her pajamas before she goes downstairs. Erica stayed home all night, all day, true crime
shows.
She's like, you know what? My life looks bad, but these people's life is much worse.
At least I'm not getting murdered.
Yeah. So, and again, Erica is painted.
Girl, yes.
Painted
really
to the
is.
gods. But you know what? I feel like she's probably overpainting to hide the puffiness from all the crying.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Sutton is apprehensive about all of this. She wants to know every little thing.
All the ladies are afraid to ask questions. Even Lisa Rinna is afraid to ask questions now.
And then we find out that Erica's son is like, so tell me about Armie Hammer. Did you F him?
I'm like, what?
The others, Kyle's like, or I don't remember, one of them was like, my children don't ask me these kinds of questions. But she had him when he was really young. He's a full-fledged adult now.
Yeah.
I'm sure they enjoy more of a friendly relationship than they enjoy a mother-son relationship.
See, what a nice person I am.
Erica's having a blast. She's telling stories, being old Erica.
I needed to see her laugh.
And then Kyle's like, Erica's having fun, and now Sutton's speechless.
I know. I'm like, what are you doing, Kyle? Why? Like, you're being a bully.
That's how Kyle's never leaving the show.
Kyle.
She's never leaving the show. Now she's got Kathy on there to keep her on the show. Kyle will always be on this show until she decides she's done.
Yeah.
Stop the madness.
Everyone remarks about how fun Erica is being.
Everybody's kissing her ass, like up and down. That's all I see right now.
Erica's like, I just need to be in a good mood for a minute. And they're like, Erica, yes, you're going to come out of this on top. You are. I have faith. And Erica's like, it doesn't matter really what I do. If I try to be successful, people are going to give me a hard time for being successful. If I try to be happy, people are going to try to give me a hard time for being happy. If I don't act sad.
If I'm sad, people are going to think that I'm guilty. And it's just like, it's true. Whatever you do, it's not going to win. But I don't know. It's just kind of bad taste to be posting half-naked picture of yourself on Instagram and calling your followers
she's definitely
gullible.
making some missteps. Yeah. Absolutely.
I wanted to have fun, damn it.
But there was a moment then, she's like, I want women to be successful. Like you, Sutton, when you mentioned paying the rent for the first time. And when you chartered the plane to come see me in Chicago. I mean, it wasn't really an olive branch, but it was Erica showing the women that she wasn't there for any drama tonight.
I mean, it kind of caught me off guard.
It caught everyone off guard. Everyone. The next morning, again, Kathy is sleeping in. That must have been it could have been one of those, I've seen you have.
When I have bad migraines, no matter how much sleep I get through the night, I wake up exhausted.
Or did she stay up all night by herself or make Kyle stay up with her?
Oh my gosh.
Garcelle, of course, comes over to Sutton's room and they talk about Erica being, at least cordial to Sutton. And Sutton's like, I don't know if I trust it. And they start talking. Rinna FaceTimes in, and then Erica's getting glammed downstairs.
And she could hear everything.
I was like, you go, Erica, for instead of sitting there and spying and letting them get themselves in trouble and making yourself angry.
Even worse.
Congratulations to you for stopping them and letting them know that you can hear them.
Because you know that they would have kept going on with conversations and saying something that she didn't want to hear.
Especially Garcelle and Sutton.
Mm-hmm. Clearly, I'm the most adult, most... No.
And I thought that was smart. I thought it was kind.
I honestly thought when they were showing those scenes, I was like, here we go. This is going to be the gear up for the finale.
But truly everyone in that situation would have lost, including Erica,
if she let
them keep talking.
And she would have. So
good
it was
on
smart.
you, Erica.
Good job.
Moving down to Corey. Kori. Corey, the float fit instructor. This looks like the hardest core workout imaginable.
Oh my gosh. Being on a paddleboard alone is hard, but doing yoga on top of a paddleboard, that's intense.
You have fun with that.
Now, I thought Crystal was the smart one to come down in a swimsuit. But Crystal's not the smart one to think that she doesn't look incredible in that swimsuit.
Yeah, I was surprised that she was hesitant to even wear a swimsuit because she didn't feel like she looked good enough. I was like, your body's amazing.
Just because Rinna has never eaten before, it doesn't mean her body is better than yours.
Only soulless creatures are able to pull that off.
Yes.
I love a pig in a blanket.
But yoga on a float looks impossible, seems impossible, and especially when your friends Sutton and Garcelle show up to heckle you.
To harass you while you're on it. Totally throw you off guard.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the estate, Erica and Kyle are playing pickleball.
Basically, it's a 2-hit and fetch game.
Right. Because Erica's like, I'm going to play this, but I'm not going to work too hard at this.
Yeah, but what sucks about tennis is if you're not good at it, it's harder to play because you're constantly running after the ball.
And now we're also doing smaller paddles and smaller balls.
Yeah.
Okay, you're very good with small balls.
Well, they finish off with a champagne toast.
No breakfast yet, but hey, champagne.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
The mimosas come before breakfast.
I mean, there's fruit in them, right?
Right. Orange juice at least. But Erica toasts to Kyle being a friend. Meanwhile, 2 weeks later at the reunion. Back at yoga, Rinna falls in the pool, and Crystal manages for a good time and then falls in herself. And apparently once you fall off, it's impossible to get back on and stay up.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm wet. I'm unbalanced now.
and then Garcelle lounging reminds us all that she does not do any sort of physical activity whatsoever.
No, thank you. Done.
This whole season has been Garcelle going, y'all want to do physical activity? No, thanks.
No, thank you.
And
I would be perfectly happy sitting here, watching TV.
It's been Rinna going, can we all do something with me? And everyone going, no, thanks.
Lisa asked Sutton for her pineapple sunglasses because she needs it for her outfit right now.
Mm-hmm.
Garcelle likes to chime in and mess with Sutton a little bit and say that's her safe word. Did you guys know that? Which I thought was very funny. It's hilarious.
Hysterical.
Sutton's like, no, I don't have a safe word.
And Crystal's, I think she's sober now, but she's not acting like it because she's like, that's my safe word too.
I have a safe word.
Oh, I know what that safe word is. I spend a lot of my time and effort trying to get you to say it.
I have not said it yet, but it is spaghetti, and I got it from an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force where Carl wants to make a dog from like a hair follicle because their neighbor's dog keeps attacking him, but he names him Spaghetti. He names Spaghetti, and the dog just keeps humping him. And so he's getting humped by the dog constantly, and he's like, Spaghetti, stop! Spaghetti, no! So I'm like, ooh, Spaghetti's that's something you don't really hear.
In the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
So I do spend every weekend trying to get you to say spaghetti, if you know what
I've said pasta, not... I said...
macaroni.
Macaroni.
Orso.
French bread.
Pineapple. Apple. Applesauce. Poodle.
Chanel.
Stop.
So I'm not quite yet to spaghetti, but we're trying.
Rinna asked Sutton about her feelings of Erica talking to her last night, and Sutton says that it gave her hope that maybe the door is at least unlocked. And then back at the pickleball, Erica's feeling better. She doesn't want to wallow in her sadness and her angriness. She's
in a surprisingly good mood, and I don't know what changed that.
She just, you know what? You just sometimes have to flip the switch.
And also sometimes when you've just let out enough, then you're like, okay, now I can flip a switch.
I mean, I can be depressed for 3 days straight, and then I wake up one day and go, I can't do this anymore. If I keep doing this, it's gonna keep going. And then you flip the switch.
Right.
Maybe we're both Scorpios. Erica doesn't have a dime. She told her lawyers but here's the thing, Tom doesn't have a dime either. But nonetheless, Erica still told the lawyers that she doesn't want a dime because that money should go to the victims. But she didn't say it very... I'm here with Lisa Rinna.
She's not expecting anything out of this.
Lisa Rinna says, I believe that Erica isn't saying so much about the victims because her lawyers are advising her, if she acknowledges it, that
she's at fault.
Right.
Yeah.
And involved in somehow. And let's also remember that throughout this entire season, Erica has not been allowed to say everything that she wants.
Yeah.
So it's, we're getting hard on her because we've been absorbing this so much for the past several weeks, but she is really stuck in a place where she can't say a whole lot.
Yeah.
But she still has to earn that money.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow is Crystal's birthday.
Stripper, Chip and Dale.
And I don't remember how they got to Garcelle asking Crystal if she's ever been a girl. Or been with a girl.
Yeah, Garcelle just says it out loud, just randomly. She just, with no lead up to it or at all.
Crystal is speechless, so we know what that means.
She's very speechless about it, But she has a lot of fun with it and goes and attacks Garcelle and jumps on her. And she's like,
yeah, give it to me.
I love Garcelle's response. She's like, I was violated, but I'll accept it.
That was a violation, and I will take it.
Kathy is finally awake. I mean, she spent a whole day in the bed. She spent the morning sleeping in.
When you have a migraine,
she's ready. They've got a boat trip with Brian Malarkey from Top Chef as the chef.
She's so excited.
Yeah, I would be too. He's a fan favorite from the show. He's a great cook.
Okay.
I couldn't, when they were in the lobby, they were all unmiked and they gave us a full scene and I didn't understand a word any of them said. I was like, can you guys mic them so I can hear more than an echo? Erica and Sutton have a chat like on the dock on the way to the boat, and Erica gave a real apology. I mean, she didn't wallow and go crazy, but she literally said, I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, and Sutton's like, oh, you don't have to apologize, which, no, she does need to apologize because you still have to. But she's, even on her confessional, Sutton's like, I don't believe the apology 100%. It's like a medium apology. And she was right to say that because during Erica's, she's like, no, I don't want to be friends with her anymore. I just don't want there to be any tension in the air anymore. I don't care. I'm not sorry. I don't give a shit about her. Like I mean, okay, so it was all fake.
I think what it is Erica's like, I'm not going to be angry with you anymore. I'm just not going to care about you anymore.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'd have a lot of rage too if I lost all my money.
So that's progress, right?
It's some sort of progress.
Sutton has zero upper body strength.
Literally, that guy could have put her over his shoulder and just went up those steps.
Yeah. I mean, she can't weigh more than 65 pounds.
Like, she put her whole leg on that one lady and used her to lift herself up, and that lady's arm didn't budge, didn't even move.
I don't know how Sutton lifts a hamburger. I mean, she has no
upper body strength at all.
Whatsoever. And then the ladies literally make the captain spin the boat around so they can each get the correct light for their selfies.
Which is savage.
Honey, I would move a mountain for the right light. So moving a boat is nothing.
That's savage. I love it.
This poor captain, he had no idea he was in for.
Oh my gosh, later on in this episode, I completely forget that he is sitting right there at the dinner table with these ladies.
Yes, right there.
And Lisa Rinna, man, I hate her, but I love her to death because that comment she makes about finding her light in the coffin.
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
I can find my light in a coffin, okay?
Beautiful.
I'm stealing that.
I don't think anybody heard her say it. So
good. I'm stealing that.
You're good. Just claim it as your own.
I am, 100%.
Leave it to Dorit to ask about something that's already going on.
Yes.
So Dorit asks Sutton and Erica about their little chat, and Sutton's like, well, I'll let Erica say anything.
I'm not saying nothing.
And Erica's like, listen, I'm in an angry space. I took it out. I lashed out. But I'm here to have fun. And this is when she goes into her whole spiel about, I can't have too much fun. I can't have not enough fun. I can't make anything right. And everything that she said was valid. And that's, again, where Rinna is like, I think that Erica's just not allowed to say much about the victims.
Honestly, all the girls are hesitant as well with Erica's new found happiness right now. Because they all are like, it's going to end soon. Like, there's got to be something to it. But what I do really love is Erica Jane's pink and brown outfit.
That was pretty.
It is so 60s inspired.
That's been her look this trip.
Yeah, it's been
but I
gorgeous.
also love that even though Erica was like, this isn't a major kumbaya, it just means that we're putting it to rest, Crystal speaks up and gives Sutton some love after their tumultuous beginning of the season.
Saying that she's really enjoyed her time with her.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know that we ever really officially squashed everything, but I just want to let you know that I've really enjoyed like the second half of the season with you.
Which was really awesome. I really loved that.
Yeah, again, I'm glad Crystal joined the game again.
Me too. And you know, there's some healing and growing and learning happening on this boat.
This is what girlfriends do for girlfriends.
That's right.
And happening. This time, instead of Rinna starting the game, it's Garcelle.
Garcelle wants to play Never Have I Ever.
I've been playing that since I've been too young to drink.
I get too trashed on it.
Because you've done it all.
I've done it all, and I've seen it all, honey.
All right, well, we're going to play this one. Here you go.
Okay, all right, hold on. We got our drinks. Drinkies.
Never have I ever, from Garcelle, stolen anything.
Cheers. Cheers.
Gulp.
Hunter drank. I did not.
Oh, you drank.
I totally drank.
And anyways, you stole my heart, so you have stolen something.
But Erica took that one personally.
I know, Erica, but that is such a common question on Never Have I Ever. I think everybody asks that one. I think that's a starter question.
Right.
No, Erica, you don't need to take that as something towards her.
Next, I believe it was Rinna. Never have I ever had anal sex.
Cheers. Cheers, baby. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Yay.
Girl.
I'm going to have to drink this whole thing down. Crap.
Yeah, we'll be back next week.
Yeah, bye, guys. I got to finish this drink.
Erica's like all day, every day.
What?
Sutton's taking it in the A. That's surprising.
I was very surprised.
A few others subtly drink as well.
Yeah, I think all of them are just like, well, I need to just take a sip. I'm going to take a sip out of the corner of my mouth.
And then truly bougie Dorit. Never have I ever had sex in an airplane bathroom.
Do I hear Dorit?
Did you like my Dorit?
It's just, yes, I loved your Dorit, but that is the most Dorit could ever Dorit.
Right? But the one Kyle that Kyle couldn't Kyle is that she did it commercially.
I'm going to drink to that. Cheers.
Settlement tea. Settlement tea.
I've never done it in a plane because I'm too big.
Yeah, it's impossible. Now, I think they've made those planes smaller.
Yeah, you and I would not fit in an airplane bathroom.
Oh, we would bust out like half naked, like halfway insertion. We bust through that door, and everyone would be like, "Oh my, I had an itch, you guys."
And then Garcelle, next is Kathy. Never have I ever had sex in a doctor's office.
I'm no freak. I'm adventurous.
I don't think I've even had sex in a hospital. I've had sex.
Oh my gosh, we have.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. Ooh.
We've had sex in a hospital for sure.
Yes, but not in a doctor's office.
Right. And then Garcelle, she's a dirty bird. Never have I ever strapped one on and done a man.
And pegged a guy. Do you know that's called pegging?
It's like Pirates of the Caribbean. Ahoy, mateys!
Yes, I did know that. But I've never had to do that. But I have done something similar that I can't talk about on this podcast, so I'll drink. And you were part of it, so.
Oh, yeah, gasping. Yeah, okay.
I handled his hose quite well. I really did.
Now everyone's like, Corey, that is the rudest thing you've ever said. Why are you not going to tell us about it? Erica's wasted.
Erica takes this opportunity to show her domness. She doesn't want them to even say a word, honey. This is just her doing her thing and pegging somebody to death.
I'll do whatever you want, but it's when I just
want you to shut your mouth. Shut up. And she just keeps going on about shutting your GD mouth.
And I didn't at first I thought she meant about just keeping your mouth shut in the bedroom, because I was like, yes, Erica, I'm with you.
I know you were on that. I knew exactly what she was saying.
I hate it when they make noise.
She was using this opportunity to direct it at all of the ladies.
Well, no, she was saying I don't like it when a man talks after we've hooked, like kisses and tells.
But I mean, she was overly going on.
She was wasted and being crazy.
I mean, even Son's like, can we change the subject? Because I'm getting scared.
They did. They all just get up and move to different parts of the boat.
Yeah, thank God.
Thanks for ruining the game, Erica.
That's me. I take it way too far. Never have I ever shoved a traffic cone up my butthole. Just kidding. I've never done that. I'm just...
Well, the night's young. Check back next episode and let's play this game again.
No!
I do not want a big one like this. I want a big one, but I don't want it this big.
I like a cucumber.
Oh my gosh.
What are Rinna and Erica and whoever else doing climbing out onto that net?
Onto the front of the boat. Like, if you do accidentally fall, you realize you're going under the boat, right?
Yes.
In that cold water.
And plus, I think about me doing it. I'm like, I would break the front of that thing off.
And San Diego has sharks in the water.
That scared me.
I know. It freaked me out, too. And the fact that they're, walking on whatever that front part is to get on that net, I'm like, that net isn't big.
But again, they don't weigh much.
And of course, Erica's like, don't be a pussy. Just do it.
I wonder how tall they are, too. I bet you Lisa Rinna is 4'3" and weighs 8 pounds.
Oh, yeah. So it's not much.
But still, the wind can catch you and you'll fall off.
I'm king of the world.
Kathy sits back with Sutton because she's not mobile, and they have a chat about Erica opening up, and Sutton starts crying.
Yeah, because she hasn't had a friend attack her so much ever, and she just wants to be friends.
Yeah, we were friends,
so
and now we're foes, and I don't like it.
And they cut back to the flashbacks of them being friends and all the nice compliments, and girl, let them cry comment, which I'm sure she regrets telling her that now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's the way Erica is towards Sutton. She just let her cry. I don't care.
And then we just end up with the ladies sailing off into the sunset.
Being drunk and poorly fed.
You know, again, now since Erica was in a good mood this episode, this was a fun episode.
I needed a little break from this normal stuff.
And now we only have one more, the season finale.
I do have to say, thank God.
Yeah, well, it's
this
time.
This has been a long season.
It's time. They couldn't possibly go another episode.
Yeah, they can't. And plus, y'all, we're doing Salt Lake City right now, and we're having so much fun with Salt Lake City, and doing like Beverly Hills at the same time is just a lot of workload.
Well, because Beverly Hills is again, an epic season, but a heavy season.
Yeah, it's a heavy season. Like Salt Lake City, if you guys aren't watching Salt Lake City right now, you really need to, because it is a riot. And it's not just because we're partial to it. It's legit hilarious.
They're so funny.
Every single of the women are so... Like Lisa... Oh, I don't like to eat fish, but the fish tacos at Del Taco are so good.
Again, I don't want to take anything away from Beverly Hills.
Because Beverly Hills is on its own platform.
I mean, epic.
Kathy Hilton, godsend.
Garcelle and Sutton.
Garcelle and Sutton have been amazing this season.
They've been part of every single storyline.
That's true. They are the main storylines of every single one.
Thank God for Beverly Hills having such a great season, but I'm so glad that next week is the finale.
It's time to end it.
So we will have, next week, we will have the recap of the finale before you head out of town.
Y'all, next weekend, I'm going to be in Tennessee hosting a gay campground, Sugar Creek.
Yeah, so you're going to be gone next weekend, so we'll film... Or we'll record our Beverly Hills recap before you go. So we'll recap the finale. And we'll have a Salt Lake City episode, of course, next week as well. Mm-hmm. And then who knows what's going to happen to that. We're going on vacation, so who knows what's going to happen after that.
You know what? You've got one life to live.
We might have to just do a live episode. Just kidding.
We might have to broadcast live from Kentucky.
We'll just do a live broadcast while we're watching the show, while it's live, and we'll just comment it throughout the show.
Maybe that's what we'll
And then we'll be like, y'all, this is the best we could do right now.
But, we are getting up in our 50-something episode.
Yeah, you guys, we're almost to 50 episodes.
Our 1-year anniversary of this podcast comes up in November.
And our 1-year wedding anniversary comes up at the end of this month, y'all. We have a lot of stuff coming up, and I think we're going to have to start a Venmo account so people can send us gifts. and we are get us out of this hot closet.
Get us out of the hot closet. But we are living our best life, and you all listening to us is one of the major reasons why. If you're not listening to Salt Lake City, we did say in the last episode how much our listenership has grown over the past few weeks in particular, and we could not be more flattered and humbled and happy.
And y'all, did you see us on Watch What Happens Live last weekend? It's not a big deal or anything. Like, Watch What Happens Live follows us now, but it's not like it's not a big deal that we're on TV with Andy Cohen.
Not a big deal at all.
I mean, it's not a big deal, but it is a very humble brag.
Let's take questions from our virtual audience. Here's Corey and Honor from Salt Lake City. What's your question for Robin?
But our question for Robin is, you blew up at Ashley in season 1 because of rumors that she heard about Juan specifically. Mm-hmm. And now Wendy's going through the same reaction, and you tell her to calm down and ignore it. So do you feel that that's hypocritical?
There's no humility in that.
Y'all, you should have just saw. I was like flowing through my hair, like nonchalantly, like, oh my God.
You can probably see it. We'll have Hunter posted on our socials.
Here we go.
So
follow. Segue.
So we will post it on our Facebook and Instagram, The Real Housebears, Twitter, Real Housebears, and you can email us at therealhousebears@gmail.com.
And we're also on YouTube, and we're also wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please go to our page and scroll all the way down to the bottom and give us a 5-star rating and a cute little review. We've gotten some more. We gave them a shout out on our last episode of Salt Lake City. And if you guys want to be famous too, like them, and get a shout out, please give us a nice little review.
And we'll give you a shout out next week.
What?
Thanks so much for listening. Have a great week.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
We are testing now.
You must get all of your tests and shots done.
This is Halloween.
This is just a test. Just a test. Just a test. Just a test. Just a test.
La 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 la.